You're listening to the Lux Life Discovered podcast, where we talk with people who are living a lifestyle that reflects their passion, because we believe everyone should be living their best life, their Lux Life. The show is hosted by Rick Steiner with Steiner Event Group, a premier national event planning company, and co-hosted by Shannon Richmond, the Vice President of the Panama City Beach Chamber of Commerce. If you are watching on YouTube, be sure to hit the subscribe button and the bell to get notifications of future episodes. The show is produced by 30A Media and is broadcast on your favorite podcast outlets, as well as YouTube, Roku TV, Amazon Fire TVs, and other major brand smart TVs.
Hello, I'm Rick Steiner. Welcome to Lux Life Discovered. Our guest today is Gabby Wahlin with Pura. And so, Gabby, welcome to the podcast.
Hi, thank you so much. I'm glad to be here. Thanks for having me.
Oh, you're welcome. So tell us, all the viewers and listeners, about what Pura actually is first.
Yeah, Pura is a smart fragrance company, and we're all about making scenting easier, helping people to make it be really accessible in their homes. You're able to control it from an app on your phone. So you can use our diffuser. This device plugs into the wall. You connect it to an app on your phone, and then you can control the scent intensity. You can set fragrance schedules. So you can have a fragrance waking you up in the morning or calming you down at night. So that way you can kind of just set it and forget it and turn on these amazing fragrances to welcome you into your space, kind of set the mood of your space and make it feel more you and incorporate it into your life. There wasn't really an easy way to scent before. So that was kind of the vision with Pura, was to make it easier and more accessible and just better. All our fragrances are also clean and premium scents made by perfumers. So there's no chemicals, nothing to worry about. And it makes it really nice, safe and clean, and a great, really elevated scenting experience.
Okay. And so where's your company located? And then how long have you been, has been going on?
We are based in Pleasant Grove, Utah. So our founders actually kind of had this idea in 2014. They started looking into the smart home space and were very interested in how we can use this space to make people's lives better and what else we can do. And fragrance was a big part of their lives. So they wanted to incorporate the two, to blend technology and fragrance, to bring something that nobody had seen before, especially in the fragrance space, to scent homes. So they kind of used this smart technology, started ideating on that, and then it launched in 2018. Really took off during COVID because everybody was at home, wanted to make their houses and spaces smell better, be a better environment. We all know how that went. And so that was kind of when Pura really took off, and people kind of started to understand, especially when they lost their smell. They realized how important smell is. And we really believe in that power of fragrance and how it can make a huge difference in your life. And I think people started to also realize the importance of that as well during COVID. And so that was kind of when Pura became much more of a thing. And we've just been growing and growing for the last few years.
Okay. And you cover the entire US, right?
Yes.
Okay.
We ship
Great.
nationally, and we're kind of all over now. So we're more of a household name than we were a few years ago, which has been exciting. We've grown a lot.
Yeah, there have a lot of different innovations and uses for different products has really evolved because of the COVID and everybody being at home. Because
Totally.
we were like, settled and locked into an area, and so it's we had to think about a lot of things that we didn't really take time to think about before.
Exactly.
So, and that fragrance was one, because it does affect your mood, it affects your energy, everything. So how did the founders discover this for the home aspect? Because I know this has been used primarily in commercial markets before. Is that correct? Yeah.
Yes. So kind of like I said before, there wasn't an amazing way to scent your home. You have like the Febrezes and the sprays and stuff like that, those plugins that are so strong in the first 2 seconds and then they go away right away. So there just wasn't a really great option, and they kind of knew that. So they wanted to make it a better way to scent your space and actually be able to control it and customize the scent and have it be clean and not chemical filled. And so they actually met with our chief fragrance experience officer in New York. She was working at some fragrance houses there, had been in the industry for years and years and years. And she kind of met with them and believed in them and what they were doing, what they were saying, and kind of knew that this could be something very exciting and very new, especially in the fragrance industry that we hadn't seen before. And that element of technology was genius to be able to combine the two to actually make something a lot more customizable and personal to people's scenting preferences. So she was very on board, had all the connections with fragrance. We got a lot of our amazing partners that you see now in our marketplace, and was kind of able to implement that and create a device to bring it into the home and make people, have more accessibility for that in their spaces.
Okay, for someone that's interested in like to know more about this, describe the setup, or you said it's something that plugs into the wall, right?
Yes,
So
yes.
kind of describe that, what they would be getting and what the advantages are to it.
Totally. And yeah, I'm so sorry. I should have brought one with me so I could show you. But it's just a little diffuser device, and it just is a little circle, plugs into the wall, so you can use on any outlet, and it can actually go vertically as well as horizontally. So you can kind of use any outlet that you have. Plugs right in, and then you just insert our little fragrance vials. And like I said, we partner with fragrance brands. So we have a lot of fragrances that people already really know and love, like Nest New York and Capri Blue, the volcano scent that's famous. All these fragrances, we actually work with these partners. We translate them, go through all of our tox requirements to make sure they're the cleanest and safest they can be, and to produce these little vials of fragrance. So you have 2 vials that can fit into the device. So you just stick them in. It will sense them into your app and kind of know which scent it is, tell you like the information about all the fragrances, how much you have left when you start diffusing it, how many hours you've been running that fragrance, and then you can just control it all from your app. So once you're set up and plugged in, it's just all from your phone, which makes it really easy. And again, you can kind of set the schedules and put them on a timer or do whatever. There's away mode so it can turn off and on when you're not there, just to make it really easy and customizable. And then just using, what everybody already uses, their phones, to be able to
Right.
control it. So that technology is really nice.
So there literally is an app for everything.
Yeah, seriously. That's the world we live in.
No doubt. So then you travel across, so you're a sales rep with the company, is that correct? Or what is
Yeah,
your
I do.
exact title?
Yes, I do PR and marketing for
Okay.
Pura. So, and I've been with the company for 4 years now, since almost the very beginning. I was like one of the first 20 employees, which is crazy. So
Wow.
it's been fun to watch it grow. And now we're kind of trying to jump into this experiential space and really get out to all our customers. We are based in Utah, so we've been there for a little bit, and we're trying to make sure we get in front of our customers in different places. And Florida was a major place we wanted to go. We have a lot of amazing customers here, and wanted to kind of jump into this space and get out there so people can actually smell the fragrances in person, because fragrance is a hard thing to just be primarily e-commerce. When you can't smell the scent before you're buying it, it's a little bit
Right.
tricky. So definitely trying to get in front of people more and build out our retail space as well as this experiential event space too.
Okay. And then you have an event coming up April the 13th. Is it 12th or 13th? My brain, it's not the 13th,
Yeah,
right?
the
Yeah.
13th.
Okay. Yes. At Bud and Alley's, which is a good local spot here. Tell the viewers what they can expect if they come out to see your products. What kind of event should they expect?
Yes. So once again, we just wanted people to be able to experience fragrance. We really believe in the power of fragrance and what it can do for you, how it can uplift your mood, change how you're feeling, all the important things. It's so connected to your brain and your memories. So we wanted to make that come to life with this event. So the idea is based around fragrance moods. So at this event, we have a little experiential piece where you can come in and experience 4 different fragrance moods. You'll get to smell that, go into a little space where you can really get into that mood of the fragrance and experience fragrance firsthand with Pura in that space. And then we also have lots of Pura merch and prizes that will be beach themed and fun for Florida. We'll have some great photo op moments. We'll have free drinks, so you can come and kind of get something to refresh. And then we'll also have some of our fragrance and product experts on site as well, so they can kind of talk you through the product, show you all of the exciting things we have coming out, because we also do have a car device as well So we'll have that on
Okay.
site for you to kind of explore and look at. And then we'll also have an array of, I think, around 50 fragrances for people to come smell and try. So they can have that element of being in person and smelling these scents in person that they don't usually get to have. So it
Right.
will be a very immersive, fun experience to kind of come and talk to Pura, get to know what's going on, and then really experience fragrance in real life.
And like you said, it's one of those products that you have to smell, and if you can't smell it, it's hard to know what you're getting and what to expect. So yeah. Uh,
Exactly.
so
Makes a
what?
big difference.
Sure, yeah. So what is your favorite, or if it's not your favorite, the best-selling fragrance that you offer? Is there one that
So,
people lean to more?
oh yeah. Oh yeah. And people are very opinionated about their scents. So it's definitely kind of depending on who you talk to and what they
Sure.
like, they'll be drawn to different things. And so it's really fun that we have such a vast marketplace full of so many different fragrances. Volcano is definitely our number one fragrance for sure, by far. It's kind of that cult scent that everybody loves. So that one's a big heavy hitter. We also have some other local favorites too. We have Ocean Mist and Sea Salt from Nest, New York. That one is a very popular one, very fresh, very spring, very oceany. So it's a great one to feature in Florida. And then Grapefruit by Nest also is super popular. Those scents that are kind of citrusy and energetic, people tend to lean to a lot. We also came out with a scent that was pretty requested. It's called White Tea Number One. People were requesting a white tea fragrance, which is interesting. And that's been one of our top sellers as well. And it smells really good, really fresh. So we have a lot of different fragrance categories. And that was kind of one thing we wanted to do with this event too, is bring out these categories and show you how you can shop based on what you're drawn to and what you like the most in scents.
Okay, and especially in this area too, you'll have a lot of locals, but you'll also have a lot of the vacationers and people that are here seasonal. So they'll want to take that local smell home with them as well. So you'll have that option also.
Totally. And
Yeah,
that's kind of the idea of like the take me there thing, is that people have these scents that remind them of their favorite
sure.
vacation they've been on or their grandma's house that they love. These scents that tie into these memories so strongly. And so that's part of this too, is like take a little piece of this Florida experience home with you and remember your experiences and your trips and your moments a little bit better through fragrance. So there
Right.
really is something for everybody so that you can do that.
Well, good. So what has been your most enjoyable part of working with Pura and traveling, especially in the marketing area of it? What's been your, I guess, the biggest reward of doing that?
Totally. I love fragrance. I think it's such a fun medium to work with. And I really resonate with what we're doing with fragrance, how it is this important piece that we don't really realize is as important as it is. And it's one of our strongest senses. It's tied with so much of our emotions and our memories and our feelings. So to be able to get to help other people experience that and bring it out into the world, give them a way and a device to be able to do that more easily and really bring that importance is so fun and creative and really interesting. So that's been my favorite part for sure, is diving into that world and kind of helping people to see that this experience can really change how you're living your life every day. So I've really loved that about Pura.
Okay, and then going back to the COVID part of it. So from your standpoint, then once COVID hit, and some people that lost their ability to smell and then now have it back, have they been more expressive in what they fragrances and opinions with that?
Yeah, for sure. And I think people are like, whoa, I couldn't smell that. And then all of a sudden I could. And you kind of realize what it does for you and how it really does kind of expand what you're feeling and going through that day. So, yeah, we've definitely had people be like, I didn't realize how important it was. Or even if they didn't lose their smell, to all of a sudden use this device and they're like, I am focused more when I'm working from
Yeah.
home, or I'm looking forward to waking up in the morning with my morning routine as like my energizing fragrance comes on in the morning. It really makes a difference in their day and how they're going about it and how they're feeling. So I think we've really noticed, because people don't always see that or notice it. And then once it's there, they're like, wow, this is really different. And it makes a big difference in my life. And I feel so much better and happier to be using fragrance, and they're hooked. So we do have some like diehard fans of Pura who love fragrance and have discovered that this is an amazing way to kind of bring more joy into your everyday.
Right. So is there like a membership that you can join with Pura, or is it just strictly ordering it as needed?
Yeah, so we wanted to make it as easy as we could for people. So we do have a subscription program, which is amazing, so that you can get your fragrance every 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, however often you need it. You can subscribe to a fragrance and you actually get 20% off. So it's a great deal as well if you subscribe. And then it will just ship right to you whenever you need some new fragrances. And you can always swap it out, change it, cancel, all of that, make it really easy. And through the app, you can just switch out your scents anytime and just kind of get what you love, or you can keep the same one pumping all the time. And yeah, you can always kind of get it on that subscription set. And then we also have other ways to shop too, because we have sets that you can subscribe to or buy as well. So we kind of help curate this shopping experience so you can better find what fragrances you love and get them discounted.
Okay. And so if you're going to develop a new scent or a new fragrance, like you want something specifically for the Gulf Coast of Florida, what process goes into making that? Like
It's crazy.
is it
It's a
something?
lot more than I thought, that's for sure. Learning
I'm
about
sure,
the
yeah.
fragrance industry has been so interesting because there is so much that goes into it, which is crazy.
Right.
But yeah, we work with actually these world-class perfumers and these fragrance houses that make all the fragrances you know and love. So those like Valentino colognes and
Okay.
all of the scents you already know, those are the houses and perfumers that we work with. So they're amazing perfumers who have been doing this for years and years, the most qualified in the business. And they'll kind of pitch an idea, or if we have a brand, we make fragrances for individuals as well. So like Studio McGee, we just launched with them a couple years ago, and they kind of ideated the fragrances they wanted. We had Shay McGee kind of just look into the scents that she was loving. So they'll take kind of their scent notes they really like and kind of suggest that to the perfumers. The perfumers will take it and work on it, go through all of their standards, all of their processes. It takes about a year to produce a fragrance, get all the packaging, get everything produced, and launch on our side. So it is definitely a process. And again, because we are some of the safest and cleanest fragrances on the market, it does go through some of the highest talk standards in the industry. So a lot of times that's where the process is slower because they're going through those regulations for a while.
So you can't have a client that will have their signature scent through your company, essentially.
We can.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Can that scent be purchased, or is it available for other people, or is it, do you like have a certain market that just has their own, signature scent and that's it, just for them? Or is it going
So we're kind of still in a process where we're kind of trying to expand that. We have a business development team who works with a lot of brands and trying to onboard these new brands too, but we can do it both ways. So yeah, a lot of times we'll go through and then sell these fragrances on our end. We're looking into kind of also like a drop strategy if we wanted to just do a limited edition fragrance. But yeah, they would be available for everybody if we make this fragrance, and you can kind of have that.
That's really interesting, because when I was first learned about your company, I was like, well, now how many people would use that? And then now talking to you, it's just like it makes sense, and everybody loves that feeling when you come into your home and you want that certain fragrance,
Oh
certain
yeah.
smell. It just makes sense. And then you said it's going to be available for the car also, like a little plug-in that goes like on the vent, or how does that work?
So our car device is actually smart as well. So it's a little circular device. It can fit in like the cup holder. You can also use the bottom to mount it on your dashboard. So there's kind of a couple ways to use it there. And it also connects to the app, so you can control it through your app as well, but then you can do it manually too with the button on top. And then we have these little fragrance cartridges that just slide in. So you can switch them out. They last about 30 to 60 days. So it's great for the car and to do that. Same thing, they're all clean and premium scents. And we have a lot of the same fragrances for car as we do for home. So you can also do like the same scent for your home as you do in your car. And the idea is to kind of, bring that home scenting experience with you wherever you go to make your whole life smell a lot better too.
I just need somebody to control my smartphone and all my apps to make sure I could do everything.
Yes. And actually, we are Google Home and Alexa compatible. So you actually
Okay.
can connect all of your things to Alexa and just say, like, Alexa, turn on my Pura. So that's a pretty cool feature too. Definitely integrated into all of your home technology.
Well, you made it where nobody should have an excuse then not to have it. You've
Exactly.
taken all the work
Everyone
out.
needs
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
That's great. Okay, well, I'll tell you what. Tell us more about the event coming up at Bud and Alley's. If you want to share more about that, time frame, and we'll cover that again just to make sure, because this will air before your event, so that way people will know more about it.
Absolutely. Yeah. So next Saturday, the 13th at Bud and Alley's, it will be on the deck in the back of the restaurant. So you can kind of just go through and come around to the back and we'll be there. It's from 12 to 5. So you can catch us there at any time throughout the day. Bring whoever. It will be really fun for everybody, for the whole family to come there. We also are giving 50 gift bags away to the first 50 people who come. So come there at the beginning and you'll have a chance to get all of the merch that we'll have for the day. And we'll have some fun little mocktails with Bud and Alley's that we'll give away there as well. So don't miss it. It will be really, really fun.
So no appointment necessary. Just come
No
between
appointment
12 and 5. Okay. Awesome.
Come whenever you want. Show up, stay for a while, come back. Anything works.
Okay. And then if they want to find out more about your company, your product, tell us how to do that. And we'll also have a screen that will come up that will have all your information as well.
Perfect.
So, yeah.
Yes, Pura.com. You can go there and find out all the information. We also will be giving you cards at the event that have exclusive discounts. So you can shop at Pura with that discount code if you come to the event. And you can learn more about it from our website and look at our Instagram, follow us on social, sign up for emails and texts, and you'll get all the info all the time for any deals, any new launches, anything coming up. We have a lot of exciting things coming this year. So you definitely won't want to miss out. Definitely follow along and check us out.
All right. Can you give us any insight into what's coming up?
Yeah.
Okay.
We have a few more launches this year, which will be really exciting. We are launching with the candle brand Otherland, which will be amazing because that's coming in the summer. And we also have some new devices coming out starting in the fall. So keep your eyes out for a new family of products. It will be really exciting to launch some more products to help scent your whole entire life, all of your spaces much, much easier. So definitely stay tuned for what's coming.
Well, it sounds exciting, and we look forward to having you here in our part of the state and the Gulf Coast at Bud and Alley's, and we wish you the best with your promotion there. And so thank you so much for taking the time to be on the podcast today.
Of course. Thank you so much for having me.
All right. And this is Rick Steiner, and that wraps up our episode of Lux Life Discovered. We look forward to seeing you soon.
Check out Lux Life Discovered on Facebook and Instagram and on 30a.tv. See you next time on Lux Life Discovered.